The 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene and first published in 1998, is a fascinating exploration of power dynamics and the strategies used by historical and contemporary figures to achieve and maintain power. The book draws on historical examples, psychological principles, and philosophical insights to offer readers a comprehensive guide to understanding and navigating the complex world of power. This detailed summary delves into each of the 48 laws, providing an extensive understanding of how they can be applied in various aspects of life. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Greene begins by emphasizing the importance of making superiors feel superior. By avoiding the appearance of outshining those in positions of power above us, we can secure their favor and avoid unnecessary competition. A historical example is Nicolas Fouquet, the French Minister of Finance, who was arrested after throwing a lavish party that outshone King Louis XIV's own celebrations. His extravagant display was perceived as a threat to the king's authority, leading to his downfall. By subtly flattering and supporting the ambitions of those above us, we can create a stable foundation for our own advancement. It is crucial to ensure that our successes do not overshadow those of our superiors. Always attribute your achievements to their guidance and support. Be strategic about when and how you present your accomplishments, ensuring they complement rather than overshadow those of your superiors. This approach not only protects you from unnecessary competition, but also strengthens your position within the power hierarchy by showing loyalty and respect. Imagine working in a corporate setting where your boss is known for their innovative ideas. When presenting your own ideas, always acknowledge how your boss's leadership and previous innovations have inspired and shaped your contributions. By doing so, you reinforce their sense of superiority and make them feel valued, which in turn secures their support and avoids any feelings of threat or competition. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends can become envious and entitled, while enemies can be more reliable allies when their self-interest is aligned with ours. Michael III of the Byzantine Empire initially trusted his friend Basilius. However, Basilius eventually betrayed Michael, taking the throne for himself. In contrast, historical alliances often saw former enemies working together effectively, driven by mutual benefit rather than personal loyalty. To navigate this complex dynamic, it is essential not to place blind trust in friends. Be aware of their potential for envy and entitlement. Instead, leverage the self-interest of former enemies to create strong, mutually beneficial alliances. This requires a deep understanding of the motivations and dynamics of your relationships. By turning potential threats into valuable resources, you can harness the power of strategic alliances and enhance your position. Consider a business scenario where you need to secure a deal. Instead of relying solely on a longtime friend whose commitment may waver, approach a former competitor whose interests align with yours for this particular deal. Their motivation to benefit from the deal can make them a more reliable partner, ensuring mutual success. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. By keeping our true intentions hidden, we can prevent others from anticipating and countering our moves. Secrecy can be a powerful tool and strategy. During the Second World War, the Allies used deception strategies such as Operation Fortitude to mislead the Axis powers about the location of the D-Day invasion. This successful deception played a crucial role in the Allied victory. Deception and misdirection keep opponents off balance, allowing us to achieve our goals more effectively. This principle highlights the importance of maintaining control over the flow of information. By concealing your true intentions, you can manipulate perceptions and influence outcomes. This requires careful planning and the ability to create a facade that misleads others while you pursue your actual objective. In a competitive work environment, if you are vying for a promotion, avoid openly declaring your ambition. Instead, continue performing exceptionally in your role while discreetly developing relationships and skills that will support your advancement. By not revealing your intentions, you prevent potential rivals from undermining your effort. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Silence and brevity can enhance our power by making us appear more profound and mysterious. Greene advises against revealing too much, as excessive talking can expose our weaknesses and intentions. Historical figures like Napoleon Bonaparte used this tactic to great effect, allowing their silence to create an aura of strength and confidence. By speaking less, we can command more attention and respect. This approach requires discipline and the ability to control your impulses. When you do speak, your words carry more weight and significance. This can make you appear more thoughtful and deliberate, enhancing your authority and influence. Additionally, by withholding information, you maintain a strategic advantage over those who are more open and forthcoming. During a meeting, rather than dominating the conversation, listen carefully and speak only when you have something substantial to add. This will make your contributions more impactful and ensure that your words are taken seriously. Over time, this approach will build a reputation for being wise and considered in your judgment. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. A strong reputation is a cornerstone of power. Greene stresses the importance of protecting and enhancing our reputation, as it influences how others perceive and treat us. He provides examples of individuals who meticulously crafted and defended their reputations to maintain their power. The ancient Chinese general Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of reputation in the art of war, understanding that perceived strength can often deter conflicts before they begin. Reputation management involves careful control of our image and actions to ensure consistency and reliability. This means being mindful of how your actions are perceived and actively working to shape your public image. In the age of social media, reputation can be more fragile and more visible than ever before. Constant vigilance and proactive efforts to safeguard your reputation are essential for maintaining influence and authority. In a professional context, always deliver on your promises and maintain a high standard of work. If your reputation is that of a reliable and competent individual, it will open doors for promotions and opportunities, while any lapse can quickly damage your standing. Online, be cautious about what you post and how it reflects on your professional image. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. In a world where attention is a valuable commodity, Greene advises using bold and unconventional actions to attract and maintain attention. Figures like P.T. Barnum and Salvador Dali mastered the art of attracting attention through their flamboyant and memorable behaviors. Barnum, a famous showman, understood that controversy and spectacle could draw crowds and keep him in the public eye. By standing out from the crowd, we can ensure that we remain relevant and influential. This involves being willing to take risks and embrace unconventional methods to capture attention. In today's media-saturated environment, creating compelling narratives and engaging content can help maintain visibility and influence. This principle also highlights the importance of timing and presentation in making a lasting impression. Practical example. In a marketing campaign, rather than following the same tired strategies, create something unexpected and visually striking that grabs public attention. Think of the viral marketing stunts like those used by Red Bull, such as the space jump, which garnered massive global attention and reinforced their brand as exciting and adventurous. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Delegation and leveraging the efforts of others can multiply our effectiveness. Greene uses examples from business and politics to illustrate how powerful figures have historically used this strategy. Thomas Edison, for example, was known for taking credit for inventions developed by his employees, enhancing his reputation as a prolific inventor. By taking credit for others' work, we can build our reputation and influence without expending excessive effort. This principle underscores the importance of strategic collaboration and recognition. By acknowledging and rewarding the contributions of others, you can foster loyalty and encourage further cooperation. At the same time, positioning yourself as the orchestrator of success enhances your authority and prestige. Practical example. As a project manager, delegate tasks to your team based on their strengths and skills, and ensure the project's success. When presenting the results to higher management, highlight the collective effort while positioning yourself as the leader who orchestrated the success. This not only builds your reputation but also strengthens your team's loyalty. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Drawing others to us puts us in a position of power, allowing us to control the terms of engagement. Greene explains how setting traps and creating opportunities can entice others to approach us on our terms. Historical examples include military generals who lured enemies into vulnerable positions. By creating situations where others seek you out, you maintain the upper hand and dictate the course of interactions. This tactic involves understanding the needs and desires of others and crafting opportunities that align with their interests. By setting the stage for engagement, you can shape the dynamics of the interaction to your advantage, ensuring that you remain in a position of control. In a negotiation, rather than directly approaching the other party with your terms, create a situation where they have a vested interest in coming to you. For instance, by controlling a key piece of information or resource, you make it necessary for them to initiate contact, thus giving you the upper hand in the negotiation. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Actions speak louder than words, and demonstrating our power through deeds is more convincing than arguing. Greene advises against engaging in futile debates and instead focusing on results that speak for themselves. Leaders like Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great understood that decisive actions could solidify their authority and inspire loyalty. Demonstrating your power through tangible results is far more effective than relying on rhetoric. This approach requires a focus on outcomes and the ability to execute plans successfully. By prioritizing action over debate, you can build a track record of success that reinforces your authority and influence. Additionally, leading by example can inspire others to follow your lead and support your initiative. In a workplace conflict, rather than arguing about whose approach is better, demonstrate the effectiveness of your strategy through successful implementation. By delivering concrete results, you silence critics and gain the support of others through your proven competence. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Negative influences can drag us down, so Greene recommends avoiding those who are consistently unhappy or unlucky. Surrounding ourselves with positive and successful individuals can enhance our own fortunes. Historical anecdotes reveal how powerful figures distance themselves from those who brought misfortune, ensuring their own success and stability. Choosing your associations carefully can have a significant impact on your own success. By aligning yourself with positive, successful individuals, you can create an environment that supports your ambitions and fosters growth. This principle also highlights the importance of maintaining a positive mindset and avoiding the pitfalls of negative thinking and self-doubt. If a colleague is perpetually negative and brings a pessimistic outlook to every situation, distance yourself from their influence. Instead, seek out and build relationships with colleagues who are optimistic and solution-oriented. Their positive energy and success can boost your own motivation and opportunities. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Creating a sense of dependence in others ensures their loyalty and subservience. Greene discusses how leaders have maintained power by making others reliant on them for resources, support, or opportunities. This dependence creates a bond that is difficult to break, securing our position of power. By positioning yourself as an indispensable resource, you can cultivate loyalty and ensure that others remain dependent on your support. This involves understanding the needs and desires of others and finding ways to meet those needs in a way that reinforces their reliance on you. By creating a network of dependence, you can build a stable foundation for your own power and influence. In a managerial role, rather than training your team to be entirely independent, ensure that certain key decisions and approvals still require your input. This maintains a level of dependence that secures your position and makes it difficult for others to bypass or replace you. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Strategic displays of honesty and generosity can disarm opponents and create a facade of trustworthiness. Greene illustrates how selective acts of kindness can manipulate others into lowering their defenses. The ancient Chinese strategist Han Fei advised rulers to use deception and manipulation to maintain control, understanding the power of carefully timed acts of generosity. This tactic involves carefully choosing moments to display honesty and generosity to achieve specific strategic goals. By appearing trustworthy and benevolent, you can create a positive image that makes others more willing to trust and cooperate with you. This facade of trustworthiness can be used to manipulate others and achieve your objectives without arousing suspicion or resistance. In a business deal, start by being exceptionally honest and transparent in the initial stages to build trust. Once you have established a strong foundation of trust, use this credibility to push through terms and conditions that favor your interests. The initial honesty will disarm the other party, making them less likely to scrutinize your later actions. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. Appealing to others' self-interest is more effective than relying on their mercy or gratitude. Greene explains how aligning our requests with others' motivations can ensure their cooperation. Historical examples show how successful leaders framed their appeals in ways that highlighted mutual benefits, rather than relying on altruism. Understanding the motivations and desires of others is crucial for gaining their support. By framing your requests in a way that aligns with their self-interest, you can increase the likelihood of their cooperation. This approach requires a keen understanding of human psychology and the ability to present your objectives in a way that resonates with others' personal goals and ambitions. If you need a colleague's help on a project, rather than appealing to their sense of duty, explain how their involvement will benefit them directly, such as gaining exposure to upper management or developing a new skill. By showing them the personal advantages, you are more likely to secure their enthusiastic cooperation. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Gathering information about rivals and allies can provide a strategic advantage. Greene advises using charm and camaraderie to extract valuable information while maintaining a facade of friendship. Espionage and intelligence gathering have been crucial tools for powerful figures throughout history, from the ancient Chinese strategist Sun Tzu to modern-day intelligence agencies. By posing as a friend and gaining the trust of others, you can gather valuable information that can be used to your advantage. This tactic involves being observant and discreet, using your relationships to gain insights into the actions and intentions of others. By maintaining a facade of friendship, you can avoid arousing suspicion and use the information you gather to enhance your strategic position. Practical example. In a competitive business environment, develop friendly relationships with colleagues in other departments. Through casual conversations, gather insights about upcoming projects, potential challenges, and the internal dynamics of their teams. This information can help you position yourself advantageously within the company and anticipate potential moves from rivals. Law 15. Crush your enemy, totally. Leaving no room for retaliation ensures long-term security. Greene discusses how completely eliminating rivals can prevent future threats. Historical examples include rulers who decisively crushed their enemies to consolidate power and eliminate potential challenges. Roman general Scipio Africanus is known for his total destruction of Carthage, ensuring that Rome faced no future threats from that quarter. By completely eliminating your enemies, you can ensure that they pose no future threat to your power and influence. This approach requires decisive action and a willingness to take bold steps to secure your position. By leaving no room for retaliation, you can create a stable environment that supports your long-term success and minimizes potential challenges. Practical example. In a corporate setting, if you identify a rival who consistently undermines your efforts, take decisive action to neutralize their influence. This could involve gathering support from key stakeholders to marginalize their role, or exposing unethical behavior to higher management. By eliminating their ability to retaliate, you secure your own position and authority. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Creating a sense of scarcity can enhance our value and influence. Greene explains how strategically withdrawing from situations can make others more eager for our presence. This tactic involves carefully managing our availability to maintain an aura of importance and desirability. The French diplomat Talleyrand mastered this technique by making himself scarce in the courts, which made others seek his counsel more eagerly. Absence not only creates a longing for your presence, but also enhances your perceived value. When people are constantly available, their presence becomes taken for granted. By strategically withdrawing from certain situations or limiting your availability, you create an impression that your presence is special and valuable. This can lead to increased respect and honor as people begin to associate your absence with importance. Moreover, scarcity can be a powerful motivator. When something is rare, it is often perceived as more valuable. By being absent at strategic moments, you make others realize how much they miss you, thereby increasing their appreciation and respect for you. This tactic can be particularly effective in relationships and professional settings, where constant availability can lead to a decrease in perceived value. In a professional setting, avoid attending every meeting and being overly accessible. By occasionally being unavailable or absent, you create a sense of scarcity around your presence. This can lead to colleagues and superiors valuing your input more highly when you do participate, reinforcing your importance and enhancing your influence. For instance, if you are a manager, avoid micromanaging and instead allow your team to function independently. Your occasional absence can make your team more appreciative of your guidance when you do step in, thus enhancing your authority and respect.